Alright, what's up? So, my name, you don't need to know that part, but basically, I like to consider myself a future profitable forex trader, and today I want to be showing you guys, okay, not showing, but just me recording my journey from training on a demo to till I finally have my own bank account and start trading live and real money. So the apps I used to trade, well, the one I used to trade on, like entries and to make profits and where I also make losses, is MetaTrader 5. Yeah, MetaTrader 5. I usually trade the 15-minute time scale. I make it a goal to trade a maximum of 3 times in a day. That means that I don't trade for more than 3 times. But if I don't trade more than 3 times, at least if I trade like twice, it's still okay. So trading view, I just normally use it for reading the news and getting an update on what exactly is going on events that affect prices. And for my technical signals, so trading view I use for my fundamental analysis, and for my technical analysis I use namely the 1 hour and 4 hour chart. Why do I do that? Because higher time frames influence little time frames. So for example, I will take a look at the 1 hour chart to see exactly if the move is going to be strong in a minute chart, namely 5, 15, 30 minutes. Then, so the 1 hour chart actually I use for reversals. Like I said, to see if the move in the minute chart will be stronger than, will be the same as the 1 hour, or to see if this is just a false breakout or a strong pullback from the other side, but not like a reversal of the market. And then the 4 hour time chart I use to confirm exactly how strong either the sellers or buyers are. So let's say this, for example, was a green candle. Let's say this was a green candle and we went to the 1 hour chart and we saw a red candle. Not this big though, or like a little red candle. Then to me that'd be a confirmation that the market is in a false breakout. The 1 hour chart is showing that sellers are trying to push price down, but there are way too many buyers, so eventually it's going to go up. Then what happens is I end up going back to the 15-minute time chart, and then I start looking for my entry signals. Me, the strategy I like to use, I have two. I like to use the turtle trading strategy and the sniper entry. Well, I don't know if that's a strategy or if it's something very normal in the trading world, but I guess you understand. But on Monday, I used sniper entries for all 3 of my trades. All 3 are profitable as well. I'll show you right now later. So when I trade SNR levels, I look at former resistance lines. Resistance, by the way, is where price goes back down. So basically, like you see over here, there's a green candlestick followed by a red candlestick, 3 red candlesticks. So basically, that's resistance. Resistance is like, imagine you're jumping on a trampoline, and on top of the trampoline there's a net that covers the whole thing. So let's say you want to jump out of that net, but you can't because you want to jump out of the trampoline from above, but you can't because that net is preventing you from doing that. Basically, that's what resistance does. It prevents buyers from jumping out of the trampoline, right? And as you can see, there's another resistance over here. So that's how I trade. And support basically is, let's take the same example. You're jumping on a trampoline, but this time now you want to poke a hole in the trampoline, right? So that means you're going down and down and down and even harder. But every time you go down, you bounce back up even further. So basically what that means is price falls down, but it fails to fall down even further. Sellers and buyers, right? The sellers fail to go down even further. And here's the support over here. So basically support is where you see a red candlestick followed by a green candlestick and price bounces back up. And then as you can see, this was followed by 4 red candlesticks. And then there's another support over there. Bounce back, price bounced back up, resistance. Now we have another support level over here that is formed. Okay. So that's how I trade. I look at my SNR levels and I decide that, okay, if price were to go above this support level, for me, that is a clear confirmation that sellers are going to be strong for a while. And if I had taken my trade there, obviously I would have made a very good profit. So I did say I was going to show you guys my profits for Monday. Monday. Let's say last week, right? So these are these are not my profits. These are my profits. These 1, 2, 3 over here. These ones. These are my profits for Monday. 130, 173, and 234. That resulted in a very good trade. By the way, always sniper entries. I was very proud of myself that day, because I also felt like I could predict the market. But let's not get too cocky. Forex has a way of humbling you, I know. Even though I'm still trading on demos. And then I also use moving averages. These are usually for my turtle trading strategy. I don't use them often. It's not what I focus on the most. Oh, I've also forgot that I also look at higher lows and higher high levels and lower low and lower high levels. So basically what lower lows are is the same thing as SNR levels basically, right? You got your resistance over here. That's a higher high. Then you've got your support over here. That's a higher low. That's a higher low as well. Then you've got your resistance over here. That's a higher high. And now price has formed a higher low. Again, and a resistance. So obviously there's a 15-minute. This is 15 minutes. I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. As you can see, that's a strong push from the sellers, push down. And then on the 4 hour, well, not so strong. So this is basically a indication of a false pullback by sellers, because as you can see, well, that's a very long wick if you think about it. Buyers try to push price back in. I'm not very educated on wicks just yet, because for me they're not really important until they become important. But for now they aren't really important for me, because I like to look at candlesticks more than anything. And okay, yeah, I also tend to use the day one sometimes. I also use the day one sometimes to get a clear vision of where the market is going to go for the day. So since we see there's a bullish candle here, for me that could be confirmation that the market is going to end with buyers being at the top. I'm not really going to place a trade right now because I'm done for the day. This was my trading for the day. Let me just say today. Yeah, this was my trading for today. I made a profit of 27 rands. could have been more if I hadn't lost some money over here. But hey, who says you always win in this market? As you can see, I made a profit of 96, then 78, then 9 rands. Today was like a stressful trading day for me. I won't lie. I wasn't mentally in the game, and yeah, so I didn't perform very well. So my favorite currencies to trade are actually, I only ever trade the gold and dollar. Me, actually, I prefer to trade metals. Yeah, let me say that instead of saying dollar. I prefer to trade metals because they are safe haven assets, meaning that if we were to have a crisis tomorrow, these are the things that will go up in price, and this is what people would want for that time being. I don't really trade EURUSD or anything that is currency based, but I do trade metals. I don't trade stocks. They're kind of very complicated for me, and I'm not interested in knowing them. The only time I'll be interested in knowing and understanding stocks is when I'm investing in a physical company and not on a forex app. That's the only time I'd be comfortable with trading stocks. But other than that, I'm not interested. I don't want to learn how you do it. I'm going to focus on what I'm good at for now. So basically, the only currency I only ever trade is gold USD. I never really trade anything else. I haven't traded gold euro. I haven't traded silver USD, and I haven't traded platinum USD, even though they look profitable. They look very profitable. So I thought is it platinum? I don't know. I thought platinum was at 11,000. But yeah, that's me for the day. I might try these ones later because I'm an opportunist. I don't really look at exactly what I am trading, but my favorite one is gold USD. But if I also like to look at which one is more profitable. For example, today I would have traded silver because it's a very strong bull market right now. I would have definitely traded silver today, but it's not something I'm used to trading, so I ignored it. Yeah. So basically, that's the first intro that I wanted to introduce to you. Thank you for listening.